Hello and welcome back to another exciting Dota 2 match. This time it will be a pro match. It will be Virtus Pro against no Tidehunter. And well, let's kick it off, shall we?
Trap, Templar assassin.
Well, some nice voicing there. So yeah, let's see what the laning will be. I am excited. It seems it will be Sven, Disruptor and Lina going top, Bounty Hunter going in bottom, and Templar Assassin of course going mid. And for Virtus Pro, I don't know yet. Will be Bat Rider going to bottom. For Darkseer will be going towards the top lane. Shakira mid, I think, or it will be Lifestealer mid. I don't know. Well, let's see. Clearly there is a little bit of roaming going around here just to see if they can pick anybody out of position. Wards going down there. Just to keep an eye on that. And oh, Enigma getting a little bit out of position already. Maybe. Good. No, they cannot pick it up. Just placing the observer ward there with counter warded immediately, and that ward will be taken out. So no vision there. Double ward placed here. Of course, with the new sweet looking ward visuals, and there the battle is off, so people will start going towards their lanes slowly. Bounty just doing a little bit of checking up here. It's picked up his Shadow Walk first, so he can just, you know, poke around a little bit. And is looking for the enemy players, I think. Just hiding out there.
Double damage.
And Bat Rider will be going in mid lane against Templar Assassin. It seems that Jakiro and Lifestealer will be adopting bottom lane, and that will mean that Enigma is probably going jungle. So I guess the Darkseer will be going for... I don't know. I'm a little bit confused here, but at least we got Swan and Disruptor in top lane, with Lina will be doing some creep pooling here. And they have nobody in their bottom lane. So yeah, there's a little bit of skirmish going around here with Darkseer, Enigma and Bounty Hunter. Probably nobody will die out of this. Of course, with this close to the tower, Enigma can always just make a run for it. Both are incredibly slow, but there it is. Enigma goes to the tower, and Bounty Hunter just decides to stay back here in the forest. Little fighting going on in mid here, nothing serious going on. Darkseer, of course, taking up the top lane, and bottom lane is still not adapted, so that will be easy grinding for Lifestealer down in bottom lane. With Jakiro, of course, putting down the creeps. A little bit of fighting going on here with Lina and Darkseer. Nothing serious is going on, just a little bit of poking there, and decides to back out both of it. Disruptor will be moving around looking for, I don't know, just stacking creep cams, I guess. Yeah, there it is. There's the 53 seconds creep stack. There's a little bit of fighting going on in middle with Bat Rider just nicely stacking his sticky napalm, doing the same amount of damage that he needs. And will he pick it off as a kill? There is the refraction, and Templar Assassin managing to get out there. Shakiro still trying to stack the creep cams, is fairly successful with it, while Lifestealer is getting easy grind down here in bottom lane. So far, Sven and Lifestealer and Templar Assassin are on the top of the gold amount gathered. Sven is of course taking down here in creep laning, doesn't have much problem from Darkseer, who is currently moving itself towards mid, where Templar Assassin had an engagement apparently with Bat Rider, taking him down very low but not being able to kill him. Bounty Hunter and Enigma meeting up in each other inside the jungle. Will something be happening here? Darkseer is moving in here as well. Will they be able to pick him off, or is Bounty Hunter will be able to get out there? I think he will be able to get out. Oh no, there is the Jakiro, but there is the stealth from Bounty Hunter, and he will be managing to get out there safely. In the meantime, Lifestealer is still grinding in bottom, and Sven is having a day of his own here in top lane, and oh, There was Batrider's kill on Temporary Assassin. Sorry I missed it. A lot of happening here right now. Which of course is a program. Enigma still attempting to grind in the jungle, and Bounty Hunter finally deciding to get in his lane and try to get a little bit of experience. Only barely just reaching level 2, which is quite an experience disadvantage. But there it is. There is the open wounds on Bounty Hunter. Not enough mana for stealth, and he will of course go down. And there he is, just in time with the stealth, but a ward has been popped. And there it is. Jakiro picks him up. And that's the end of Bounty Hunter.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Bounty Hunter ports in directly back and just moves around here and just tries to figure out where have they gone. Is he alone? And may look for that easy pickup in Jakiro when he has got a lot of hits off on his creep camp. There he takes in a hit, but it immediately gets spotted by Jakiro, who would start poking at him a little bit. Nothing serious will probably be happening here, as well, he probably can stealth away anyway, so it'll be a waste of skills, especially when Lifestealer is not in position there. Templar Assassin checking the creep camps, preparing to take it down, I think. Just waiting for 50. Oh no, she's just stacking the creep camp at the 53 seconds. And well, there's a nice little party here in top lane with not much opposition, as Darkseid will be moving back and Templar Assassin back in mid. My honest opinion, I think Bounty Hunter has a little bit of a problem here getting his grind off with Lifestealer already having his Hand of Maiden, so he will be getting insane grind off. There's a little bit of a fight here in middle. And will that be the end of Templar Assassin? She's still moving in the flame, gonna 5 stacks there, uses some melt, but can't be. Yes, there it is. But will it be enough? And it will be enough. And Batrider manages to get Templar Assassin once again. Sven is still pushing the lanes here, but Enigma is here to help, just push the creeps a little bit back and protect this tower. At the same time, Disruptor is still trying to stack the creep camps here, and has not much luck with this camp, I guess, but he prevents the minions from going down there, and so Sven can get some easy grinding done by the tower. Will be of course a little bit delayed that with the iron shell on that creep. Too much is happening here. And there's a little bit of a fight going on in between Bounty Hunter and Jakiro. I don't think Bounty Hunter will be able to take out Jakiro. No, there is the ice path, and he will be managing to get away there. Of course, already has his boots, so is faster than Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter will be unable to track. Gets in the last hit there on that creep, but still level 3, and Lifestealer's already level 7. Look at the hero level, Batrider, Lifestealer level 8, and Darkseer and Bounty Hunter are still low on level. Let's go back to the per minute tab. So Lifestealer getting ahead in this grind, followed up by Sven, but Sven is still about 100 behind. Of course, Lifestealer already got his Hand of Midas, so and is well virtually unopposed in his bottom lane. Managing to get in every last hit required, almost every last hit, to get that gold amount way up there. Bounty Hunter is here in mid, trying to get a little bit of a hit in there on Batrider. Batrider dragging, of course, popping his ult and his Firefly, and that is the end of Bounty Hunter. And actually Batrider manages to survive, and they will pick up Templar Assassin as well. No, she melts. Stacking that, and there's the ward place, and that is the end, of course, of Templar Assassin. So a 5-1 lead currently for Virtus Pro against no more Tidehunter. Of course, this says not much, but they are quite a lead in the experience tab, and also quite in a lead in the gold earned. So far, this game can of course still go anywhere, but is in favor for Virtus Pro.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Little bit of creep bashing on the tower here. Well, Batrider is well, I guess waiting for that rune to spawn. Just waiting for enemies. Bounty Hunter once again trying to get in some cheap hits in there, just prevent the enemy from doing what it wants to do. Just scouting out the enemy positions. They're actually doing a little bit of grinding here in the jungle, with a little bit of the help of Enigma. And of course with the ward there, their Bounty Hunter was spotted, but manages to move out of there. And there's the hit on Darkseer. And then again, nothing really happened, of course, with Jakiro that close. The outpath immediately prevented Bounty Hunter from getting in any kills there. With the ward there, Enigma will spot this immediately. Pops his... I forgot what it's called. Malefice. Gets in a few hits on Bounty Hunter, and Bounty Hunter is forced to retreat out of there. Oh, and there's a little bit of skirmish going on here in the jungle. Batrider does he manage to get out? He does manage to get out, and they did manage to get... Well, Batrider managed to kill Disruptor in there in the jungle. Get another kill. It's already up to 5 kills. Bounty Hunter is still trying to protect his tower here a little bit, getting in those last hits. But that of course gets taken out by Temporary Assassin. Seems Virtus Pro is gathering up here in the middle. They trying to get a push here, I guess. And of course that Iron Shell takes down Temporary Assassin Refraction Shield so damn quick. And there is this Batrider out of position, gets picked off by Temporary Assassin. And they push back hard, and it's, I think, oh, and Jakiro is getting out of position there, but there is the wall, but there's the black hole, there is everything thrown down. There's the kill. Does Bounty Hunter get away? No, he's does it. Bounty Hunter gets down there as well, and everybody decides to back out of there. With that tower still up, it will be too dangerous at this time in the battle to keep pushing for it. In the meantime, Sven manages to get down the top tower of the Radiant. It's still getting that 200 gold. This will probably be a little bit of an even trade.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
In the meantime, of course, Lifestealer still in the bottom lane, still grinding his heart out. And, well, going virtually unopposed. There he sees Bounty Hunter, just scares him off immediately, but just only had to move near him, doesn't even need to pop a skill. Oh, there is still the last hit. Bounty Hunter trying to deny, and there it is. Will he manage to get Bounty Hunter for a second on his stealth? There he goes to the attack speed. There's the one pop, and there's the stealth. He doesn't manage to get him, but he managed to get him long enough for him not to try that again, at least for now. Still staying there, trying to deny or last hit the creeps, or maybe get a last hit on the tower to deny that if that gets pushed. Templar Assassin blinking in top here, teleporting in. Spottis Jakiro, and he's a little bit out of position, manages his ice pass to get picked up by Templar Assassin. Lifestealer trying to get there in time, but he is too late and decides to back out. Meanwhile at the top lane, Darkseer manages to push back the lane a little bit and managed to get in some Iron Shell hits on Sven. We might have to watch out there because that's just 3 damage done, and I managed to kill the creep that is infested with the Iron Shell.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Lifestealer and Enigma pushing here on the tower. Don't know if it will go down. There are only 2 Eidolons here. Well, demonic conversion creeps. Gets dangerously low, and Enigma manages to get in the last hit there. Batrider with the Dust of Appearance, but Bounty Hunter wasn't close. Oh, and there is Temporary Assassin with the stealth rune, able to move between the enemy team, but has to watch out a little bit if her visibility well, stops. There's the track on Batrider. Bounty decides not to engage it any further, but now at least they can keep track of Batrider. Oh, and it seems the enemy team is preparing, and there is Batrider. They managed to get him off incredibly quick. Of course, with that glimpse kinetic field and static storm combination, there isn't much that you can do. Templar Assassin placing her runes everywhere just to get that little bit of map vision that so she can keep track of everything. And there's in the middle, there's a little bit of a fight going on as well. And then we're trying to push the tower, gets tracked by Bounty Hunter, but manages to get out. Templar Assassin just purchased a Blink Dagger. It's getting followed here by Lifestealer, but decides not to go for it. She, of course, still has her meld. And it seems the lanes are a little bit quiet here. Sven is going to clear out this creep camp. Already Godding has his Armlet of Mordegon and is probably going for a Black King Ba looking at this. Enigma already have his mechanism and Soul Ring, so he will be able to keep the enemy team up. Darkseer boots as well as a Soul Ring. And not that much in the inventory of Bat Rider yet, but a lot of support stuff. Has a good dust, having a smoke, but nothing more than that. Bounty Hunter has his bottle, boots and Poorman's shield. And there they are, going for Roshan. Will they manage to take him down? I think they will. Sven is gunning already, got quite a amount of damage in there. Refraction, of course, blocking a lot of the damage there, and yes, this will be an uncontested kill on Roshan by no more Tidehunter. Immortality, of course, being picked up by Swan as who is, I guess, their main carry. In the meantime, there's a grouping up here in the jungle. Smoke being used by Bat Rider, but not on the rest. He's just all there alone, trying to get jump on somebody maybe, or just using that extra movement speed gained by the smoke to get in the position that he wants to be. Lifestealer finally leaving his lane, going for that middle tower. They want to get that down, but it seems no more Tidehunter is aware of what is happening. Not everybody is here yet, and they fortify the tower to buy that little bit more of time required. There's the courier bringing items, and there it is. There is the fight. Sven decides to go in with his pops his ult, and there's the black hole. And do they manage to kill Sven? No, Sven is still alive. Also still got and there goes Sven down. Oh, and that is incredibly loud. I'm sorry for that. Sounds do not scale that well at the time. But Lifestealer in the meantime managing to get down Lina and the Jakiro going down at the same time. But it's 1 against 3 for now. Darkseer decides to blink out the Shuriken, wasn't in time to stun, and well, Lifestealer managed to get visibility, but it pops in too late and gets picked off by Templar Assassin. So yeah, I would say that no more Tidehunter had a more advantageous fight. It did of course lose the tower, but managed to get in 2 more kills. So the lanes will be starting to redistribute right now. People thinking probably about their next plan of attack. Enigma is in mid, joined here by Bat Rider, will be going in the jungle. People are well grinding, of course. Creep camp stacking is going on for Sven on the ancient camp. So he will then move in there when this camp is big enough and take all that sweet gold. No creep stacking on the Radiant side. But there is still a massive push here with Enigma, Jakiro and Darkseer in mid. Disruptor is near to prevent anything from happening. But there it is. Even the courier is being held here. I don't know why.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Lifestealer clearly going for a BKB here. Oh, and there's the fight. Bounty Hunter can be caught out of position. That gets picked off. Templar Assassin moving in. Ah, that is fucking loud. I'm sorry. Templar Assassin getting picked off again, but there's Sven with his ult popped. But he's being tracked by Lifestealer, and there is Lena out of position, and god damn it. Let me just check on that, because that is ridiculously loud. It is annoying. Game volume is low, master volume is high. Maybe I should do it like this. Yeah, that does not work as well. That should do the trick. Let's get back in there. I think the sound is a little bit too loud still. Oh, I did not pause it. Alright. There we are. Vita's still putting pressure up on that middle tier, second tier tower. Track being placed there by Bounty Hunter, but he gets away with the use of that haste rune. A little bit of pressure putting on here by Lina, who is being joined by Templar Assassin. But there is the open wounds from Lifestealer. Does he manage to get down Enigma? Yes, he does, by using his ult there, but he's now put out of position, unable to do anything, trying to get that life from Sven, who is the most tanky out there, giving him the most lifestealing, but it wasn't enough, and gets picked up by Sven. So a little bit of pressure being put back by no more Tidehunter, going for Enigma here, and gets picked off by Templar Assassin. And I still think my sound volume is too high. I hate when I have to do this in live. There we go, that should be enough. It's much lower, we'll just turn off the sound. Templar Assassin blinking here, I don't know why. Just probably looking for somebody who will pick up that rune, I don't know. Or just a general misblink. Didn't go as far as you wanted. But these guys are pros, so I expect that they know how to do that. Decides to pick up the regeneration rune. Terribly sorry, just hit my mic. So a little bit of more creep stacking going on here. Probably just preparing these camps for Sven when he requires to go there. It's not a successful stack. Didn't keep them away far enough. Meantime, Templar Assassin is still going down in the enemy jungle, just getting a little bit of grind there, where it is a little bit, maybe a little bit safer than in the lanes right now. Sven is back on top, grinding, but is still not having the same gold per minute output as Lifestealer, who has already 138 last hits. Looking at that, we see a clear advantage here for Lifestealer. Of course, he is aided with his Hand of Midas. He's got his armlet here right now as well. And already a Desolator. And Lifestealer, of course, not going for a Black King bar because of his rage will make him immune to spells. Even though I thought he would go for that, I realized that is not a smart thing to do. Enigma preventing here the lane from pushing any further, being pushed a little bit out by Sven. Sven staying behind, looking for maybe getting that free kill if one of gets him out of position. But Enigma is being backed up here by Bad Rider, and Sven, supported here by Bounty Hunter, does probably decide to back out of here. But no. There is a smoked up Lina and Disruptor here as well, so I think they will go for it. There is the track there, and there is the quick pick off. Of course, Jakiro and Bat Rider here, but they decide to move out immediately. Just enjoying the fact that they were able to make a free kill. Another smoke goes down. Where will they decide to go? I don't know. Gathering in mid, it seems. Are they looking for Lifestealer, I think? Just preventing him from grinding. They find him pretty damn quick. There he is. But the smoke just wore off on Disruptor, but he used it to track him in, but of course Rage got popped and he ignored it. completely didn't get pulled back, so they were unable to get him. Virtus gathering here in mid, probably looking for an engagement here, as no more Tidehunter, no Tidehunter is spreading out. Bounty Hunter can of course easily get away with his stealth. He knows what's going on, he senses what's going on. Batrider, and they're going for the creep camp. This probably was prepared for Sven, and they start to steal the creep camp. Will no Tidehunter contest this creep camp, or will they just let Tidehunter, I mean Lifestealer, get all that nice gold? And it seems it gets picked up by Lifestealer, who decides to place himself into Batrider, who has a blink dagger, who will be able to get in the middle of that fight immediately. And with that infest, he will manage to get out there and whenever he needs to. Is he still in there? I am. Yeah, he is still in. There it is, the little sign. A little bit hard to see there with that iron shell on it. They're still gathering around here. Are they looking for that Roshan respawn, who will be respawning soon? Will they pick it up, or will it be contested here by no Tidehunter? Honestly, it seems that pub games are a lot easier to cast than these pro games, because a lot more is going on. A lot more deep thought about what they want to do. Currently the Mask of Madness, Black King Bar and Armlet in position of Sven. Lina has got her boots. So the important people are getting off the grinds they need, but I think they are still out grinded by our dear Lifestealer. Got a minute. So a two-front push here by no Tidehunter, attempting to take out those two towers. Sven popping his armlet and his Mask of Madness, getting in that insane damage as well as his ult. Attempting to push again on that tier 3 tower as well. Will they go for the barracks? Nothing is happening here, and everybody's Farthest Pro is teleporting back. They only managed to save. Managed to save the tower, but they managed to get down Disruptor. But the rest of them manages to get out. No, Bounty Hunter still out of position, pulled away here, being revealed by the dust, attempting to run. There is the Irish buff, but manages to miss him. There is the open wounds, and there is the pickup by Lifestealer, as the rest just disperses immediately and trying to push that top lane back. But two towers were brought down by no Tidehunter. And the game so far seems to be pretty even. Let's look at the experience advantage. It's dead on. It's quite the same in experience, but there's still a slight gold lead in the hands of Virtus Pro. And there it is. There they're going for Roshan once again, using the. Oh, well, not once again. Roshan was of course picked up by the other team. We'll probably go to Lifestealer here. Seems the only one to have a. But there it is, there's the contestant. There is Temporary Assessing getting picked off as well while they're trying to tempt Roshan. The rest of them decides to move out of there. But Temporary Assessing immediately buys back in. They're trying to contest. Sven is here. Well, both teams are present. Roshan is still rampaging around a little bit. Will they go for it? Or will Virtus Pro decides to back out of here? Oh, Lifestealer a little bit out of position there, but decides to immediately go for Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter is down, and Sven is a little bit out of position here. Gets immediately picked up by everything, and there's the stun. And there, a lot of happening there. And it seems that no Tidehunter is getting out ahead in this kill, with Lifestealer being killed there. Lifestealer, Enigma, and Darkseer are out. And there it is, Batrider going down there as well. And it seems they've prevented from Roshan from going down. There's the Gem of True Sight. And once again, Roshan seems to be picked up by no Tidehunter. Temporary Assassin, of course, picking up that Aegis of Immortality. Because the sheet will then be able to last that much longer in the team fight. Jakiro is going for a little bit of creep grinding. Needs that money to support his team. Enigma going into bottom lane, trying to probably get down this creep wave back in their advantage. Gonna have one creep there. Ducks here, trying to put a little bit of pressure on those lanes. Get a little bit of the grind in. And it's looked like he's going for Scepter already, having his point booster, staff and ogre club. Trying to get that last little bit of gold for the Blade of Electricity and getting his Scepter, which I don't really know what it does for him actually, but well. I don't know if you can check that real quick. Nope. Oh, and there's another team fight going on here. And Sven is getting down, but as well as Lifestealer. But Bounty Hunter and Line are getting killed in that engagement as well. And it seems that Disruptor is getting picked off here as well by the Iron Shell of Darkseer. But Templar Assassin managed to get away. And immediately decides to go for the bottom lane and put pressure there. Seeing the opportunity for some grinding. But in the meantime, Virtus Pro decides to go for that tower. They want to get it down, take this advantage. 4 heroes of No Tidehunter are down. They want to get that barracks and get in and get off some pressure of their lanes. And the GG is being claimed by No More Tidehunter, and there it is. That's the end of the game with No More Tidehunter disconnecting. And yes. So, an exciting game, a lot harder to cast than a public game. We should see the ending real soon. Yeah, hope you guys liked it. It was a lot harder for me to cast, a lot harder for me to keep an eye on things, a lot of things happening at the same time. I hope you liked it. I think I will be casting a lot more pub games for now, to just get a little bit more experience in the business of casting. And yeah, I will keep doing this for now, and yeah, because I enjoy doing it. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. And please let me know what you think of it, if you got any advice on me casting, and if you like it or dislike it, please let me know. Have a good day. Bye bye.